Hey everyone, Clay's here with Dungeons and Javas, helping you stay up to level up. Was going to continue my series on getting better at draft, jumping in and trying a premier draft here on Kaldheim. So I got a token from the Mastery Pass, but in this particular case, I think I'm just going to spend my gems and see if I can't make some of those back. So I have drafted Kaldheim once before. I didn't want that to be my first video in the Kaldheim set, so went with a snow theme, kind of a Draugr recursion deck, and it worked out pretty well. Of course, you've got a lot of other themes in here, like the Foretell or the Elves, playing the second spell each turn. So let's see what we got here. Never seen this card before. I do like the sagas, just as I really like the cards themselves. A couple of really strong Foretell cards in this one. 3/3 flyer, possibly on turn 3. That's pretty impressive. Um, This card right here in the last draft that I had was truly amazing. It's built-in card draw, flying, lifelink. I think I'm going to go ahead and select that one, see if I can't get some stuff to build around this one. Of course, that does lock me into white-black. And as luck would have it, I'm not seeing any tremendous white-black cards here. That guy's not horrible. He is basically a growing creature and a 4/4 on the turn he attacks. Now with this set, it is possible to go with multiple colors, which is good. And by multiple colors, I mean 3 or more colors. There's enough mana fixing to support it. So what I'm really looking for is some sort of card here to help me out. I'm not really finding any. I don't mind the priest necessarily, but in this particular case, I think I'm just going to go with the Axe Braggart. There we go. There's another good card. Of course, this guy's really nice too. Turn 1, 2/1 that can boast and spit out creatures. That's probably what I'm going to go with. This guy's been really good too. So I am seeing some strong cards here in white-black. 3/3 flyer for possibly on turn 4. I think in this particular case, I'm going to go with the 2/1 drop here. Try and get out early. And there's another good card for casting a second spell. So basically, if you can get some cheap creatures like this with some additional creatures that pay off, you can get your payoff quite often. So that's not horrible. Making one of your creatures indestructible. A little bit of removal there if you can pull it off. Do have some warriors going right now. I like this guy though. He's relatively inexpensive, especially if you foretell him. And there's another second spell card. So we're getting some cheap stuff to go with the bigger stuff. Hopefully that's going to pay off well for us. I don't anticipate I'll be casting many artifacts or enchantments. So it's either a sack outlet here or that. Here's a 2/2 flyer for 3 though, so that's not horrible, especially if we can get an Air Force thing going. And there's just nothing in my colors here. I don't remember the name of it, but I just grabbed that just because there wasn't anything in my colors. I don't think I'm going to go 3 colors at this point. We can... Well, we will have a couple of big blockers. Like the sound effect when you draft that card. Let's see. I think the person upstream of me is playing black. All right, come on, pack 2. Let's see what we got. A really good card that doesn't help my colors at all. Well, this pack is just bupkis for us. I think that guy's the best, and he is pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, being able to attack and tap down a blocker, it's really good. But not what you want to see out of your pack 2. I do like the removal, and we're light on removal right now, so that's probably what I'm going to go with here, and indeed it is. We are light on removal, so definitely need to be on the lookout for other cards to take care of my opponent's threats. Alright, giving a creature double strike's not horrible, especially since I got some flyers. Could foretell it for 1 as an instant. That seems really good, could be removal. I really like this card too, and I think I want to keep my air threats strong. Even though that other card at instant speed could be a removal if they're blocking and expecting to trade, or just a good finisher card. Oh, there's another flyer and a little bit of hand disruption. Guess I got to go with a flyer here. And another flyer. I'm going to have a ridiculous Air Force. 2/2 for lifelink. I think we're going to go with the Air Force. Makes you want to look for artifact and enchantment spells. There we go. That's beautiful. I'm seriously doubt there's anything better than that, and there's not. That card is going to win me some games, guaranteed. Alright, let's see. Here's some removal. Replicating ring. Nah. Yeah, I think I got to go with the removal spell there. Still a 2/2 for 2. I think we will go ahead and go with that one. We've got, what we got, just one of those? That's a really good card. We'll go with that guy for now. Being able to, like I said, tap a creature down when you attack with him, just so good. You can only do it once, obviously, per attack, but well, I think I'll go with that and probably not run it. I typically don't play enchantment-based decks in drafts because you can very easily have that creature get removed by a single card, and then you're suddenly at a they get 2-for-1. So card advantage, or in that particular case, card disadvantage. At this point, this is just garbage that I'm filtering through. I do need to, well, let's see, I don't have any snow-based cards right now, so I don't need to worry about picking up any snow lands. I did play this card in my last draft. It actually is really good. Helps you filter out lands late game, plus gives you a little bit of extra mana. Seriously, Dad'll end up running that card. Alright, and it didn't give me a good card in the rare on the third pack either. It's very frustrating. Wow, this card isn't horrible, being that it gives a creature lifelink, but the rest of this pack is just hot garbage. So, I'm going with a rune. Wow, we could be really screwed here, especially if our opponent upstream from us is playing black. This guy's pretty good. Flying first strike, 1-drop. The other option is that. Do have a couple other 1-drops in here. Should have a pretty good early game. Alright, let's see if we can get some removal. I'm not a big fan of hand disruption. I mean, that's a good card. It could be card draw. I'm not seeing anything else amazing in here. So I guess I'll go ahead and take it. Might not end up running it. There's some good removal, and of course it's in the same pack. Gotta go with the exile. There's another removal spell. At this point, I think that's really all my deck needs. That'd be really nice, but not playing blue. And not wide enough to justify that, so. It's a pretty interesting card. I don't think I've ever seen that. Of course, there's a lot better cards you can get for 5 mana, but it's a 3/1 lifelinker. It's not horrible. Other option is to go with that, but I don't think I'm going to be running the cards over there that deal with artifacts and enchantments. So that's a really good card. I'm surprised it made it around that late. I guess if you're not going the snow route. Maybe I will end up main decking those skull raids. That's just more hot garbage. Seeing if it's worth splashing red for that, but it's not because it requires 2 red. If it was only 1 red, I would consider it. Well, the thing that I'm lacking here is removal. Got a couple of good removal cards, but nothing stupendous. If I get the angels out, I would have good card draw. So hopefully that'll feel me through to the end of the game, or into the matches. All right, let's see what sort of deck we can put together here. Get rid of all the stuff that we know we're not running. Kill you, kill both of you. Alright, so 17 lands. Probably could get away with 16, but the way my luck's been going lately, hasn't been going very well. So a lot of early creatures, I'm not going to play those. Wing of the Cosmos. Probably not going to run those guys, since the 2 equipment that I have is so cheap to crew. Probably should main deck something like that. I just hate having potential dead cards in my hand. If this was like best 2 out of 3, I'd definitely have that in my sideboard. I don't think I'm going to run that guy. Gotta get rid of 4 cards. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of fan disruption, and I do have card draw built into the 2 angels here, so just gotta cut 2. Maybe one of those guys. Maybe one of those. Yeah, I like the way that's shaped up. Alright, let's see how this is going to work for us. Come on, oars off. One first drop. Hey, I like it. I like this opening hand. Drop a bird. Start sending in the pain. Hey, we're winning. Of course, that's pretty easy to do when you go first. Well, that's a second spell type of creature. Pretty nice. God, that's pretty crazy. 2 +1/+1 counters. That guy's gonna get big quick. And a little foretell action. Well, keep it going in the air. Hopefully we can outrace this guy. Kind of hoping he has some removal here for 1 spell, and then he casts a second spell that pumps that guy up. I'll take the card out of my graveyard and kill that guy with that spell. I mean, he is on a 3-turn clock here if he doesn't remove one of my guys. Ooh, interesting. Alright, well, maybe he's got that thing to give that guy flying. One of those instants. We'll find out. Gotta have some sort of removal here, right? Or a flash flying. Well, guess we'll go ahead and remove that guy. I know I was scared about that guy, but he's big in the air, so we gotta get rid of him. Would love to draw one of my big angels now. That's a pretty great card. The foretell mechanic sure does add to some anxiety in these sets. You could have the Wrath of God, the Doomscar card or whatever that wipes the board. Yeah, might as well get in that one damage. Please no land. Oh, that's what I ask and ye shall receive. Well, let's see if he'll trade here. Seriously doubt he will. We did. He must have some sort of removal spell in one of these two things. Or else I don't think he would have traded there. There it is. Lovely. And now we just start drawing lands. So I have half of my lands, have drawn half my lands in 13 cards. Might as well cast the second one, make that guy a 5/5 and truly bring the pain here. Yep. Great, thanks for the absolutely worthless card late game. Send in the team. At this point, all you gotta do if you're him is just send everybody. Well, there's a really good use for that card. I mean, maybe my loss here is going to tell me one thing, that I should have run that card, especially with the ability to foretell it. But when you get mana flooded like this, there's nothing you can do. Good game, buddy. So maybe we do think about running those skull cards. And if we do, what do we get rid of? Guess maybe that and that. We'll give that a shot. Alright, maybe those cards are better than I realize. Help trigger the second card drawn each or cast each turn. Triggers on a lot of my other creatures. Of course, like I said, in the first 13 cards I drew, or 14 cards I drew 9 mana. Yeah, that's the way that game worked out. That's pretty brutal. Well, would much rather have one more land here, but hopefully we'll draw one since we have so damn many. Oh, he's got the little wolf. Give you a little growl. So what's inevitably going to happen here is this game I'm going to get mana screwed, because it seems like that's always what happens, is one game I get mana flooded and the next game I get mana screwed. It's my very least favorite part about this game. Green blue. At least. Foretell. Alright, well, I suppose we'll keep the aggro going the best we can here. That's probably like one of the card draws. Draw, scry 2 and draw 2 cards type thing. He's in 3 colors. Alright. Well, I think what we'll do here, so cast this first, then we'll destroy him, get the trigger, this is about how the last game went until things just completely turned around. 4-2 with reach, that's bad news. Maybe I go sacrificial here. That way I have a card in my graveyard to cast to remove his guy. Of course, I don't even need to. I guess we'll go ahead and drop this guy. I mean, I could foretell him. Alright, well, I think we just got to keep the train going here. Well, let's see. Cast your second spell. Still wouldn't be my second spell if I did that. So I think we'll go ahead and remove him. Keep the pressure on. That's a big difference between drawing 8 mana at this point and 5. Plus a couple of your removal spells. Alright, well, at least we got one win on the books here. Tamio's going to consult her little book there to see if there's any wisdom hidden. And 25 coins. Score. Be interested to know what the story is behind these two rocks with the glowing runes and the horns on them. I haven't had a chance to catch up with the Kaldheim story much. I know that Kaya, or Kaya, however you pronounce it, is hunting a creature. That's pretty good. That's the turn 1 play you want right there, and hope they don't have a turn 1 drop. There we go. Let's boast that guy. beautiful. I guess we'll boast again. So we are a little mana screwed here, but that guy does go wide pretty well. Yeah, they had enough of that. Alright, well, could foretell. Well, let's go ahead and attack here while I'm thinking. If we foretell that, we can't do anything else really. So I think we'll go ahead and drop that guy. My dragon's going a little crazy over there. Hey, buddy. That was pretty good. Alright, nothing hasty. But I think we just keep going wide here with as much power as we can. Keep the foot on the gas. And the other option there was to foretell both of those. He's big. Alright, well, fortunately we can exile him. Two kitty cats. And a bow on one of them. Well, let's see here. I think what we'll do here is go ahead and make him discard those last two cards. Hopefully that ruins his day. Yeah, that was two good cards to have him lose. Alright. Send no attacks in right now. Try and get the flyer out and finish him off here in a few turns. Of course, that does have reach. Whew. Need to get rid of that thing. Alright. So first things first. So we have two creatures. We do not. So we're either getting rid of that guy. I think I got to get rid of that guy. As much as I'd like to bring in the flyer. Just thinking about crewing that. There we go. And we will not attack. Alright, let's get some flyers out there. Or some skull raid action again. Well, we can't foretell all of those. Maybe this will give me my fifth land. Maybe he has an instant that he's debating whether to cast and give me 2 cards or whether to just lose the instant. Come on, buddy. Well, what was the hold up there? All right. He can't crew because then he'd have to double tap that. So if I swing in with everything, I think I'm going to wait one more turn before I bring in the team. That way I can boast with that guy. Tap one of his guys down. All right. Well, let's see here. So if I tap one of his guys down, he blocks the biggest. That should be lethal. So he can do that in response. So if I tap that guy down, he'll just crew it. So I'm going to tap this guy down. So then him crewing doesn't have an effect. Because if I would have tapped that guy, he would have responded by tapping it to crew that. Okay. Well, the white weenie strategy is working for me. Didn't even need my angel that time. So if you go back to the very first video that I talked about draft strategy, it was a couple of the main components were removal and evasion. And I think we are carrying those strategies into these matches pretty well here. And I'm also getting very lucky that I'm going first a lot. It's just, if you've seen my previous videos, it's not happened for me that often. Our starship. Oh, that pup doesn't fear anything. No foretells in here, so we will just bring the pain. Yeah, I think we're going to keep going in the air here. There was one point in the draft when I had a choice between picking one of these or a 2-2 with lifelink, and I'm glad I picked one of these. Does he swing in for 3 here? No. He looks to take down one of my guys. Shame on you. Well, let's at least swing in. Maybe I should have dropped the Faithful there to have him use it against that. If he does, he might actually just take out the flyer. got some power on the ground. Alright, well, I think we'll send in the Air Force. And drop her. Drop her like she's hot. Is she holding a horn? Yeah, it is a horn. It's pretty interesting. Oh, he's only got 2 snow permanents. Oh, wow. Well, that was a good pull. And we'll get our trigger. Let's see. Lifelink. And we'll be able to cast this for our second card, which will be nice. Get a couple of triggers. Guess we'll choose that one. And everybody except for you. Alright, so 3, 4, 5, 6 in the air. Feeling pretty good about my chances on this one. I don't think we'll block. I guess we could block with that guy, but we'll see what he's got here. If this was standard, he'd flash in an Embercleave right now. Alright, well. Oh, there's no sense. He's still got his 2 ground guys that can block my ground guys, so we'll just send in everybody in the air. And we'll go ahead and play another flyer. Well, that's the game, fellas. Seriously, they make me have to block here. Okay. Whatever wisdom you found in that book, Tamio, it's really helping us out here. The wisdom to go first every game, I suppose. It does give us our 3 wins, which gets us up to the amount of gems we use to get in this thing, which is good. Right? No, we got to get 4 wins. Hopefully that'll be right now. As a reminder, if you are part of Dungeons & Java's Discord community, you can post your Arena Friday Night Magic events on our lobby, and I will send you codes for some free goodies on Arena. Usually it's card sleeves or extended art cards, things like that. Occasionally it's booster packs, but not very often. But speaking of booster packs, I did create a video on our YouTube channel how you can get over 20 booster packs on Arena if you haven't used any of the free uh, codes that give you a couple of packs for every new set. So check that video out and like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. The opponent just quit, if I heard correctly. Unless they're giving us a draw. Okay, for some reason they're giving us a draw. I wonder what they do on the other draft that gives you like only a minimum of 3 games. I wonder if that counts against one of your games. And I am locked up right now. So, guess for this video it's going to include a arena crash. Alright, we'll see if it lets us resume. Didn't give us a loss, which is good. Just in case, you never know. We are still having ridiculous luck with going first, though. I will take it. Pretty good start here. Nice curve to my spells. The picture there looks like any one of the commercials you see where an actor is walking away from an explosion. Alright, well, that's interesting. I think we will go ahead and drop the Clarion Spirit. Whoops. No, not you. You. Foretell? Nope, they're bringing the Harbinger. Well, what should we do here? I think we'll do this. And we'll foretell that. Then we... You know what I probably should have done is swung first, just to make him at least second guess where they wanted to block. So, look at the top card of my library. Oh, little does he know I've got one in my hand. But that was a pretty nice play. Okay, so let's see if we can't give one of these guys lifelink. Get a land. Yes. And now we'll play Poison the Cup on this fella here. Spread out my token. And let's see. What will I do next turn? Probably cast that and that to put a counter on it. Beautiful. And no sense in not swinging with the team. I mean, I'm sure he'll block, but no biggie. Take that. The other option, I guess, when I scried was be to tuck those two. He did not have any answers for flyers in his deck. Well, this so far, I don't want to jinx myself, has been the best video I've had for my Getting Better at Draft series, so maybe that says something. Maybe after 5 or 6 videos, I don't know how long it's been, I'm finally getting better at draft. Well, we couldn't keep it going forever, but that's alright. I don't hate this opening hand. Foretell that first turn. Or excuse me, turn 2. Or drop that guy. We'll see how it plays out. Well, I didn't necessarily want to see a 5th land draw right there, but po-to-do. Guess maybe we'll just curve here. Turn 2, 3, 4. Especially since we're just getting lands. See if what we draw might change our mind. Hey, I got one of those. I seriously doubt he'll trade with me. Maybe he will. Do I want to see? Right now I'm doing his lands. We'll hold up. Let's see if my my game is as good as his. Oh, well, I'm not going to trade or even give him a chance to do combat tricks. Mirror match, apparently. Well, let's do this first. Seriously doubt he'll trade here. Yeah. Would really like getting some more small casting cost cards here. Question is, do I trade with these two when he swings in with both? Probably not. Well, he'll undoubtedly boast there. So I'd be taking 7 down to 10. I'm going to say no blocks, see what he comes up with. Surely you got a boast here. Yeah. Oof. That's going to suck. Well, I think the only thing to do here is to drop my Raptor, swing in with the team boast, and then use whatever he kills to do removal. Good. Now, come on, buddy. Do it and you're cool. Come on. Make a block. You know you want to make a block. There we go. Well, we'll definitely boast this guy. Then we will target him, exile that. I was iffy on those way down in the beginning just because you have to exile a card from your graveyard, but I guess there's easy ways to get that when you just swing in and let them block one of your guys and kill it. Well, you can't equip. Well, I mean, you can equip, but you can't necessarily swing here. Does he have vigilance? Really confused. There's the flash first strike, exile to one target or attacking creature. So he's going to exile that guy. So there's no sense in boasting him, I don't think. But I'm not doing anything else with my mana, so why not? That guy's first strike too. That's brutal. He is a good rare. That little combat trick may have won him the game. Well, we definitely got a chump block here. Hopefully get some removal. Top deck some removal. It's definitely got us with card advantage at the moment. Or just draw some lands. That's good too. So let's see here. 14 cards, and 8 of them have been lands. Well, we'll block your biggest guy. The guy that's going to get boasted to about 4/4. Well, that's not going to cut it. Guess for one more mana I could have foretold there, which I probably should have done. But it doesn't matter because he'll just swing in and kill me regardless. So, yeah, you could just put it on that guy. Alright, well, when you have an amazing rare like that, basically a 2-for-1, you can win some games. Alright, this is a big win right here. I need to get my coins back, or my gems back. And I don't like looking down at 4 lands like I did last time. At least I got some big removal. Oh, I'm fucked. At least turn 3 before I do anything. At that time he's got 4 power on the board. Well, not horrible, I guess. At least I can kill his guy, potentially. Although, as an instant, he could put a counter on it. But if he does, then I will just kill it with the way down next turn. Is that? Nope, it takes 2 and tap it. Alright. Well, what to do here? I think in this particular case, I'm going to cast this guy. We will foretell this. Maybe he got mana screwed. Maybe his hope was he would start out with that, come out swinging, and may not have an early answer. Yep, he's mana screwed. Well then. I hate that. Top decking a Code Spell Cleric may have saved my ass there. Alright, I think I go ahead and get rid of that here. Let's go ahead and bring my own guy out. Oh, it's target legendary creature. I never realized that either. Helps to read the cards, I guess. Nice. Okie doke. Well, I think we just bring the team. Nice. Alright, we'll just plop down another flyer. And I don't think making him discard 2 cards right now is going to really do us much good. Surely he drew a land out of one of those cards. Hey, puppy. All armored up and ready for battle. Come on, buddy. Pretty good. I think I have no choice but to go ahead and kill him. And get in for a lot of damage. And sure, why not? Hopefully he doesn't have any flyers, and I just swing through with my 5 right here, and that's it. Ooh, what did he discard? Ooh, Fairdra. Looks like he had some pretty good cards, just got mana screwed. Don't hate his draft. Alright, well, I can feel your pain, my friend, from being mana screwed. Don't necessarily like getting wins that way, but if it means getting my gems back, well, then I'm happy. All right. Let's see if we can push this baby through to 3 wins. Complete the trifecta. Or excuse me, all my wins. Apocalypse. Well, it's a lot of power in the air. I guess we'll go with it. Odd that they don't give you Kaldheim lands. All right. All right. Well, we got ourselves a Villain Elf. Have to discard a card. Well, we just got flyers galore here, so no reason not to keep the train going. Swing in with your menacing self, you might as well. Can't block my flyers. Do not like that rare. It's twice I've faced it. Alright, well, that's not horrible. I think we'll go ahead and drop another flyer. They've got to be hating life right about now. You're on turn 2 clock, sir. I'll discard the black card that I can't cast anyway. Oh, he's flying? Oh, just this turn, till the end of turn. Alright. C8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe I'm on the clock here. No blocks. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Alrighty. Well, let's see. If we give one of those guys lifelink, that'll give me 8 life, and he will kill me. So, gotta hold some blockers back, so I can do 7 in the air. So let's go to combat with these 2. And we'll drop this guy. That card's pretty ridiculous. Maybe I should have calculated it out a little bit better and swung with one of those guys. Just a haster, huh? He's doing the math. I think he's got me if he just swings out. Alright, so that guy's got menace. That guy's got haste. So let me see, I have 6 life. So I'm going to have to trade with something anyway. Yep, that chariot's just ridiculous. Well, I'm not too upset about the way this turned out. I got my coins back. I got the trifecta, just the lost trifecta. And we got some packs too. So made 100 coins, or 100 gems. And let's see what I got in my packs. Oh, I've been wanting that card for one of my standard decks. That's cool. I do love my Azorius cards. Wouldn't mind getting that mythic where you can foretell it and you take an extra turn and put 2 birds into play. I mean, yes, I realize I could just get it with that, but all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and another in the string of how to get better at draft. Hope you learned something, picked up some things, what to do, what not to do, and maybe realize that discard slash draw card is better than we thought it was. So anyways, if you wanted to come into the store and see us, the address is 4420 Austin Bluffs Parkway in Colorado Springs. Once again, this is Clay with Dungeons and Javas, helping you stay up to level up. See you next time.